new facility in Brazil.
We've all been affected by the outsourcing. It started in they shut down maintenance facilities in Kansas City.
Employees are also concerned about negotiations for a new contract. Those talks have stalled recently. We do have some breaking news tonight. At least one person has been killed, 7 others injured after a ride malfunctioned on opening day of the Ohio State Fair. In a statement posted on its Twitter page, the fair says it is investigating. The state has ordered that all fair rides be shut down until additional safety inspections can be completed.
Now to the sweltering heat across Green Country. Paramedics in Rogers County are going on the offense while Oklahomans sweat out this heat wave. Instead of responding to 911 calls for heat exhaustion, paramedics with the Ulaga-Talala EMS are patrolling some of the area's hotspots. Paramedic Shelby Wayman told us they frequently patrol areas like Ulaga Lake and hand out water. Wayman says the program is really helping cut down on the number of heat-related calls.
The goal of this all started by what can we do to better our community and what can we do to improve the health of our community.
Ulaga-Talala EMS says it can't do this without the help of the community. They say that all the water and even the sunscreen for the program are all donated.
And 24 hours from now, we get some relief in here.
Yeah, because right now it still feels like 98 at this hour, so really hot even at the 10 o'clock hour, but relief is on our way, and as Brian alluded to, 24 more hours. Got to hold on, and we can get there. There are some showers to the northwest of us. There were storms earlier in Wichita. That storm activity is going to increase in our area tomorrow evening. But again, right now it's just warm. Tulsa at 89, Stigler at 84, McAllister in the mid-80s. You factor in the humidity and it feels really hot. Still feels like 98 inside the city of Tulsa. Outlying areas feeling a little better. Tahlequah at 85, Muskogee at 89. Well, the extreme heat will subside, so that's good news. Plus, we're tracking the chances for rain with a look at your hour-by-hour future track radar, along with the next 7 days and more extended relief on the way. That's coming up with your forecast in just a few.
All right, thank you, Mike. Well, it's no secret that Oklahoma's prison system is overcrowded. They are at 109% capacity. But prison officials say they have a plan. It involves letting hundreds of inmates go free because of funding issues. They say some of those inmates would finish their sentences with GPS ankle monitoring.
We're looking at what's the least risk population that's leaving anyway in the next 18 months, and can we develop a program to put them in community supervision.
The Department of Corrections estimates there are more than 26,000 people serving time in Oklahoma. Another 1,600 are waiting to be transferred into the system from county jails.
President Trump under fire for his tweets after saying those who are transgender would be banned from serving in the U.S. military. While some Oklahoma veterans support the policy change, others are up in arms, including the LGBT community here in Tulsa. 2 Works For You reporter Katie Wisely is live outside the Equality Center downtown, covering a rally tonight and talking with veterans. Katie?
Brian and Karen, good evening. Normally you'd see the pride flag flying high on this building here behind me, but tonight it's replaced with the transgender flag, a direct response to President Trump and a symbol that they'll put up a fight for what they think is right.
I never thought I'd live to see the day.
Angry words.
That 18 countries now allow transgender military service.
Of disbelief.
Being seen is how we affect change.
Condemning President Trump's stance on transgender people in the military.
I was not shocked because I have not been shocked much since November 8th.
Sharon Queen served our country from 1988 until 2009.
I served on board 3 different U.S. ships, the John F. Kennedy, the George Washington, and the USS Wasp.
Toward the end, she knew she needed to make a change.
I began to come out and identify as transgender in 2006. During the Don't Ask, Don't Tell period.
Queen calls President Trump's words hurtful, as anyone should be able to sacrifice their life for others.
We already have transgender troops in service, in uniform right now. They've been part of case studies for the last 5 to 10 years.
There's a lot of people that find it more of a distraction, you know, than anything else.
Across town at the coffee bunker, you'll find Tony Sando. He served in the Gulf War with the Marine Corps.
And the military is so staunch on men, you know, men only. They might look at it as a little, maybe a little weakness.
Another voice weighing in, Oklahoma native Chelsea Manning, who was convicted in 2013 after confessing to leaking military documents. She responded to President Trump's tweets saying it sounds like cowardice. Different views. A decision that I personally did not think was viable from the commander-in-chief's position. Tonight, this group, no matter what, plans to fight for what they believe in. Katie Wisely, 2 Works for You.
And as we go in depth tonight, the House Armed Services Committee calls this an unwarranted and disgraceful attack on men and women who have been bravely serving our country. It's asking the president to immediately reverse the decision and is planning to introduce legislation to challenge the policy change.
Right now, the Affordable Care Act is still in place across the country, though Senate Republicans are again trying to repeal it after the White House applies even more pressure. The Republican effort has splintered. Leaders are pushing multiple ways to get the job done. Senators rejected a proposal that would repeal and replace large portions of what many call Obamacare and make changes to Medicaid. Another proposal, the repeal-only plan, suffering the same fate.
Tulsa's budding restaurant industry now has a hub along Route 66. The Lobeck Taylor Family Foundation announced today the creation of the Mother Road Market. The $5.5 million project will sit at the corner of 11th and Lewis in Midtown. It's described as a food destination, allowing locals and tourists alike to eat, sip, and shop under one roof. And the foundation says it will foster entrepreneurship in the restaurant industry with eatery and bar space, feeding off the success of food incubator Kitchen 66, which is downtown. It's expected to be completed in the spring of next year.
Well, the U.S. Postal Service is trying to protect you from identity theft. See how it works and what it costs.
Also, ever wonder what your dog or cat is thinking? Well, Amazon says there may be technology to make it possible.
First, a message in a bottle found at our state capitol. Next on 2 Works for You at 10, we reveal what the note said. New tonight, 84 years later, construction workers at the Oklahoma Capitol make a really remarkable discovery during the ongoing restoration project.
This is incredible. One of the workers accidentally found a glass bottle with a note inside. 2 Works for You anchor Will Dupree shows us how the worker stumbled upon history.
Dated September 21st, 1933, it's a Game and Fish Department envelope with the state capitol building as the address. The first name, Governor William H. Murray, also known as Alfalfa Bill. The note says, quote, not his signature, but you see 4 other names with the job titles fireman, plumber, and electrician, saying the above worked in this place on above date. On the Oklahoma Capitol Restoration's Facebook page, they were able to go back into the city archives and confirm their identities.
We aren't 100% sure yet what exactly they were doing yet in this area, but we do know that they were working on the state capitol at that time.
After all, this staircase was finished in 1917. The note says 1933. So how did this note get there?
It's still unknown how the bottle may have gotten down there. It isn't a place that you're able to access from outside of the building or inside of the building.
One thing certain, they wanted to be found, and they were, 84 years later. Will Dupree, 2 Works for You.
Pretty wild. The Capitol Restoration Team asked that if you recognize any of these names, here they are, J.B. Fisher, E.B. Carlton, A.J. Bishop, or Tom M. Rushing, to please reach out to them.
Love to solve that mystery. Well, the city of Moore is trying to help out some homeowners. City officials say that they're giving out $1 million to help people buy their dream home. The cash will go to those who buy a home in neighborhoods that were hit by the 2013 tornado. The city now offering up to $40,000 for those that qualify as a down payment to buy a home in that neighborhood. Officials hope the program will stimulate redevelopment. There are 100 lots remaining, and all new homes come with storm shelters.
A free program now offered by the U.S. Postal Service can protect you from mail theft. It's called Informed Delivery. So every morning you'll get pictures emailed to you of the letters that should be in your mailbox that day. One Tulsa woman says a new debit card was stolen out of her mailbox and the thief activated and charged her card when she didn't even know she was supposed to be getting one.
When I called my apartment, they told me that they probably had access to where the post office employee goes from the back side of the mailboxes and can just access all the mail in there.
So with Informed Delivery from USPS, she would have had a heads up about the letters that she would have received that day. The service is available for most zip codes.
Well, summer is in high gear, but that didn't stop crews at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport today from braving the high temperatures to conduct snowplow drills. Ground crews broke out their snowplows to begin training for winter. The teams learned how to drive snowplows in side-by-side formations on the runways and taxiways. So were they dreaming of Christmas in July?
Right?
Maybe?
Yeah, that's what I call planning ahead. I mean,
yeah, because Dallas gets all that snow.
Right now, it's as hot or hotter than we have it here.
Exactly, but there's already signs of changes heading our way. Clouds have increased across the area, and that's just beginning to show us that a cool front will soon be here. As we look at our River Spirit time lapse, you can see the clouds were bubbling throughout the day today, and that's going to set the stage for the chance for thunderstorms a little later on tomorrow evening. So that's what we're going to be tracking. Now, as we look out to the west of us, some showers and storms out in the Texas Panhandle, some showers to the north of us, trying to push the south. By tomorrow evening, with our future track radar, you can see showers and storms likely developing across the area. Look at this. Tomorrow evening, storms developing from Enid to Watonga, and then those will expand to the east. So between 7 to midnight tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms will be possible in our area. So any outdoor plans tomorrow evening, of course, keep your eyes to the sky and download our 2WorksU weather app and potentially track thunderstorms across the area on the weather section. Now, by early Friday night into Saturday morning, those showers and storms will have pushed south of us and will begin to dry. As we go through the remainder of the evening hours, temperatures in the mid-80s at midnight tonight. 2 a.m. tomorrow morning, slight chance for an isolated shower. Temperatures warm in the mid-80s with south winds about 10 miles per hour. And then by 4 a.m. tomorrow morning, lower 80s with southwest winds about 7 miles per hour. Now, some areas will pick up a nice soaking rainfall and the potential for some heavy rainfall in a few spots. So our rainfall future track for tomorrow evening into early Friday morning, ending this at 10:20 Friday morning, the potential close up to half inch of rain here in Tulsa, potentially a half inch of rain in Stillwater, and close to an inch in Watonga. So some areas, especially along Interstate, or I should say Highway 412 and areas of south, could see some nice soaking rainfall. And that will definitely help us feel a lot cooler, especially for Friday, Saturday into Sunday. And we look at that with our heat index forecast. Tomorrow still feeling hot and humid, temperatures feeling like near 100 degrees, and then it starts to feel a little more bearable as we head towards this weekend. Heat index values upper 80s to lower 90s, where the actual high temperature will be, and that means the humidity will have come down quite a bit. For runners tomorrow morning, still muggy. Temperatures starting out in the lower 80s with south winds about 5 to 10 miles per hour. 97 to 100 degrees is going to be the high across the area. We're going to see mostly cloudy skies throughout the day tomorrow with increasing chances for storms again after 7 o'clock through early portions of our Friday morning. So our hourly forecast, temperatures still warm through the 4 o'clock hour, low to mid 80s, and then climbing into the mid 90s already by lunchtime to about 4 o'clock. So hot conditions tomorrow afternoon, and the temperatures will be slow to settle. But once we get one of these thunderstorms to erupt over your area, that temperature will cool quite drastically, and that means it's going to be nice thereafter. So once we get the rain early Friday morning, conditions improve drastically. Lower 90s for your Friday, 90 degrees on your Saturday, mostly fair skies. Northeast winds about 5 to 10 miles per hour, both Saturday into Sunday. Dry and milder. 89 on Monday, a few clouds begin to roll in, and then as we head towards Tuesday, lower 90s, and here comes a chance for storms as we head towards next Wednesday, and that could bring more relief with temperatures possibly falling down into the mid 80s for next Wednesday afternoon. All right, it's Wednesday, which means it's